So we're diving into some demos today. Many of these are along the lines of horror or thriller, supernatural-esque type of games. Many of these games are not out yet. They're either to be announced or coming soon. But there are a few that are out right now, and I'll make sure to highlight those. And the first one we're going to jump into is the Dyer Expedition. So the Dyer Expedition is from developer Monkeys with Jobs. Fantastic name, 10 out of 10 on the name. I don't care if the game's good. Your name is amazing. Love it. This is based on atmosphere exploration as well as Lovecraft. So this is quite interesting. It's a puzzle adventure game with light Lovecraftian horror elements and a story inspired by Lovecraft's 1931 novella, At the Mountains of Madness. The expedition left last year. They kept radio contact during their journey to the Antarctic. I'm going to guess it's supposed to be this quiet, right? There's nothing really out here, so it makes sense. After they finally arrived, they set up base camp. They kept us up to date with what they were working on. At least for some time. You want to lower the sound? Now you get none. It's one or the other, man. You either get super fucking loud or nothing. Enjoy. You either get hard of hearing simulator or bleed out of your ear simulator. So, you pick. About a month ago, their supply ship returned to the base camp. The entire team had disappeared. So this expedition disappeared, kind of like the Roanoke Island thing. And then from there, I guess we're going to explore and figure out what happened. The university didn't want me to go. They said going to the Antarctic alone was practically suicide. Yeah, why are you going alone? I agree. What the? Why? Especially during this time. What's wrong with you? But at the same time, what, did we just drive the Archer boat on our own here? I'm guessing there was a crew and we then take the rowboat. I cannot resist the pull. Something draws me there. I need to know what happened to my colleagues, my friends. Maybe they went to build a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? Okay, so we have walking, we have looking around. Ooh. So calm and quiet. Oh, this isn't good. Oh, yep. Nope. F's in chat. How many people were on the original expedition? Hopefully not just 4. Because if so, well, we know what happened. Time to go. They're dead. Let's not join them. Pipe, cans, and, ooh, electric torch. Fantastic. Interesting.
January 4th, 1931. W. Dyer. My name is William Dyer, and I'm a professor of geology at the Miskatonic University, Massachusetts. Our mission in the Antarctic is to conduct several geological surveys and, soil properties permitting, archaeological digs on parts of the continent that haven't been explored by previous expeditions. After several grueling weeks at sea aboard the Arkham, we have finally reached our destination. Following the unloading of the expedition's cargo, the ship is to make the return trip to bring further supplies. Aside from the usual reports on our surveys, I will keep a diary and instruct several key members of the team to do the same. Antarctica is, for all intents and purposes, a new scientific frontier, and I want to preserve even the minutest of details for posterity in case our expedition fails under unforeseen circumstances. January the 10th, 1931. W. Dyer. We erected a rudimentary shack for the team with the supplies we brought. It should prove a better shelter than the number of tents we had to spend the last 6 nights in if we intend to stay for as long as we have planned, which is several weeks. The Arkham is scheduled to return in 14 days with supplies. January the 12th, 1931. W. Dyer. While we studied what lies within the cave, Mr. Gedney was able to erect the drilling apparatus and promptly excavated several fossils. mostly things like seaweeds and trilobites. These discoveries align with the strata they were found in, but they are of course exciting nonetheless. What is remarkable, though, is an enormous fossil that Mr. Gedney was able to unearth. It seems to be the imprint of a gigantic, hitherto unknown species of five-sided starfish.
Oh, interesting. So one, I totally was not expecting narration. The fact that there's voiceover, I'm impressed. I really am, especially for a demo when the game hasn't even been officially announced and in the sense of release. That's really neat. Like, good on them, because it's not easy. VO can be very expensive for indie developers, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of things to manage when it comes to the audio files and everything. So props to them for taking that on. And the VO sounds solid. Like, it's enjoyable. I like it. Also, nice touch with the ship being called the Arkham. That is definitely a good nod toward Lovecraft, so that's great. And they found an unknown species of five-sided starfish. So already we know that there's some sort of entity or entities that they're discovering now, which could be connected to the old ones and everything else. So nice lead in. Oh, more notes. Oh, I guess this one doesn't have narration. F. Gedney. I was instructed by Mr. Dyer to keep a diary of my team's work and the general happenings in the camp. Even though I am not usually one to keep diaries, I agree with his reasoning. Antarctica is a hostile place. There's a non-negligible chance of catastrophic failure, as past expeditions have shown. In that event, there will at least be records that explain why the expedition failed. I'm not much of a writer, so my entries will be brief. Won't complain with that. January 10th, 1931. F. Gedney. We finished work on a rudimentary shack. Since we intend to stay for an extended period of time, it increases comfort levels and morale. The scientists shifted their attention to the cave up the hill. They said they found what appears to be a man-made structure inside. Very unexpected. January 12th, 1931. F. Gedney. My team erected a fence in front of the cave to keep the dogs from wandering in. They seemed to be attracted by the strange noises that started coming from within ever since scientists began exploring further. It sounds like musical piping, probably caused by wind blowing through openings in the cave. January 14th, 1931. F. Gedney. Something happened. The scientists are trapped. They must have activated some mechanism on the inside. There had been a deafening alien wailing coming from inside the cave while my men were busy in the camp, followed by a loud crushing sound. After checking, we found that the stone door that was previously opened had shut. We can only assume that the scientists are trapped inside. January 15th, 1931, F. Gedney. Even though the stone door is closed shut, the musical piping hasn't stopped. In fact, it now seems to come from everywhere around us. I cannot explain it, but this noise seems to touch some primal instinct within my men and me. We all have this irrational urge to flee. The only thing we can do for now is to wait for the next supply ship. January 16th, 1931, F. Gedney. Carol and Ash are dead. We found their bodies in the water. I've locked the gate to the cave and buried the key. I don't want anybody near that cursed thing. January 17th, 1931, F. Gedney. Today I had to bury Sherman and McTighe. With the scientists still trapped in the cave, I am now alone in this frigid desert with this soul-piercing sound. The bottom of the sea is silent. No noise. Must go there. Oh boy. All right then. So they're purposely trying to drown themselves because they're trying to get to the silence. So really what it is they're being pushed down into the depths. Oh, there we go. Ah, there we go. Also, I'm a big fan of the fact that the person leading this expedition is Dyer. That's her last name. But something can also be Dyer, as in D-I-R-E. Like, I like the play on words there. That's really nice. No one tells me not to go in a cave. Death and destruction, I'm game. Let's go. Pick up strange object. All right.
January the 11th, 1931. W. Dyer. After successfully establishing a base camp and setting up a basic hut, my research assistant Danforth and I have set out to inspect this conspicuous cave entrance, then marched on. What we found inside must be seen to be believed. A construct of some kind, then an entrance leading further into the darkness, all built in stone. It must have been built by an ancient people thousands of years ago. I have yet to find an answer to the question of how they possibly could have arrived, let alone how they sustained themselves in Antarctica. How were humans of yore able to stay alive in such a hostile environment, not to mention to erect such an imposing structure? January the 13th, 1931. W. Dyer. After examining the structure further, we surmised that it must be far more ancient than we initially believed. The open entrance features what appears to be a door-like mechanism, but there does not seem to be any obvious way of operating it. There is a 5-sided hole at the center of the platform, about 10 inches wide, which suggests that something is missing, an object which can be inserted into it. January the 16th, 1931. W. Dyer. We've found a strange object embedded in the ice, not far from the entrance. It's a 5-sided cylinder, primarily made of stone with a star-shaped top. It has metal trimmings, a gemstone embedded in its top side, and its 5 sides are marked with strange symbols. This newly discovered object fits the hole of the pedestal in front of the door perfectly, but inserting it doesn't seem to have any effect. I can only speculate, but I assume it functions like a key to open the door should it close.
All right, so it seems like we're dealing with potentially some sort of key. Well, there we go. Wow, I can pass a test that you have in kindergarten. Nice. I is smart. Let's go. Now, this isn't ominous at all. Uh-huh. Okay.
January the 13th, 1931. W. Dyer. I finally found some time to inspect the mural inside of the structure more closely. What's portrayed here must be an elaborate joke, because the alternative frightens me deeply. It depicts several winged creatures. Their bodies are cylindrical, their heads are almost star-shaped, and they have several appendages that remind me of cephalopods. They're held up by an amoeba-like mass. Below this, there is what I can only describe as a simplified map of the solar system. The mass to the left may represent the sun, while the circles to the right of it may represent certain planets. The third circle, Earth, is slightly shifted upwards, possibly to highlight it. This iconography is unlike anything I'm familiar with.
I will say I like the narrative, and I like the fact that we do have some sort of information. They've kind of explained within the within the notes themselves why there are notes, which props, I appreciate that. But thus far it's a little too much. Like already I'm just like, okay, and another note. Interesting information, but like I want to start interacting with things. I want to start looking around and discovering as well. Oh, that's not creepy at all. I thought for sure we were going to put the ladder that way. Okay. Sure, let's go off to the side, because that's... boy. Would I trust a ladder as a bridge? Hell no. See, that's why. That's why. Ooh, those are cool. Funky. Okay, we got a cave in. Interesting. Oh, that looks like fun. That feels like it's an opening. Do you want me to sit on this? Like, what do you want me to do? January 17th, 1931, A. Danforth. I was tasked by Professor Dyer to examine and catalog a large room while he made sense of the mural inside, or nearby. The room is circular and the short hallway leading up to it is lined with what reminds me of bookshelves, including cylinder-shaped objects that remind me of scrolls. I'm not sure if one is supposed to open them in any way, or if they even have any physical content at all. Maybe I'm clinging too much to familiar shapes and these things aren't for storing information but rather a form of energy. One can only speculate. In the center of the room itself sits a device. It has claw-like spikes and is surrounded by 5 obelisks. These obelisks have buttons. I tried to press all of them, but the entire mechanism seems to be once again absolutely inert. Opposite of the hallway that connects the room to the chasm is another hallway that leads yet further into the darkness. One can see the outline of yet another heavy stone door embedded into the floor, similar to the one we initially crossed in the ice cave. As with the first door, this one is also open and has no discernible mechanism to operate it. I sure am glad that the expedition brought in ample supply of batteries for our electric torches because this is where we all go next. Well, I do like the fact that the writing is actually pretty good, and it feels like it was written by academics, which I also appreciate.
January 17th, 1931. W. Dyer. After much consideration, Danforth and I finally made the perilous climb across the chasm. Our colleagues in Massachusetts would probably call us reckless or mad for even attempting such a thing in such a remote location, so far from help. But this entire structure is just too magnificent not to be explored further. Danforth and I finally admitted to each other what we individually already had in our minds. This structure is likely not of human origin. I must admit that I have, in fact, read the Necronomicon, this peculiar piece of literature by the mad Arab Abdul al-Hazred. Up until this expedition, I thought it to be nothing more than the deranged musings of a madman with no further significance. Upon inspecting this new mural, and the first one we discovered, these texts don't seem very mad after all. The Necronomicon tells of creatures whose description is eerily similar to the ones depicted so far. Elder things, it calls them. And if the Necronomicon is to be believed further, these elder things are not merely observers of life on Earth, but its very origin. I cannot express how much this realization now weighs on Danforth and me, but we will have to keep quiet lest we put the morale of the team and therefore the success of this expedition in jeopardy. The mural at hand and the corresponding passages of the Necronomicon tells of the arrival of this ancient species when Earth was but a barren rock. They seemed to be able to traverse the vastness of space using their wings. After their planet of origin was somehow destroyed or faced some other kind of calamity, that must have made it uninhabitable.
Ooh, interesting. All right. Nope. Okay, then. So that one... No. I love the sounds because they almost sound like whales. It's actually very cool. So, process of elimination. Politely farting whales. There we go. Oh, that's cool. Constellation map? That's neat looking. That's pretty cool. The second to last one had a stomach ache. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, there we go. We were stuck in that rock. GG, game over. Swallowed by rock. You really are going mad if you're getting swallowed by a rock. Alright, so we're going to the left here. Hella dark. Any notes? Any weird things? Ooh. Okay, something goes there. And we don't go there. So maybe looking for an energy source. GG, game over. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Literally. Literally. Boobles. Look at said boobles. Very interesting. Wait. How tall is this, or how short are we? So we have different symbols, and then we push the button. Excuse you. You're my height, get used to it. We represent the Lollipop Guild. Lollipop Guild. That one got hit by a car. Cool. That was me completely bullshitting. All right. Fake it till you make it, folks. Oh, so that was just a big-ass battery charger. Great. A little overcomplicated, but okay. Whale lasers. I want freaking lasers on freaking whales. How freaking hard can that really be? Come on. Ooh, extendo bridge. Let's go. The future is now. But then again, this is the past, and when this was built, that was even more of the past, so... yeah, whatever. But wait, there's more. Whale laser. Energy source. Wait, did it just do the noise that we're supposed to get? I'll go with it. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay. I'm not sure if those are supposed to be trial and error or if there's supposed to be something there. Like a hint of some sort in there or something that I missed, but whatever. We did it. Where am I putting this? Is it over here? Hey. Nice. Most convoluted shit ever. Old ones. Come on. As advanced as you are, and this is what you come up with? Good lord. Where am I? Good question. Dyer, is that you? Stop it. Stop it. 4. Okay. 4. Great. So, environmental puzzle. 2. So, 4 and 2. Safe. So, I guess we're finding stuff for the safe. 429. 369. All right. 429. 3? 4293 so far that we found. I forgot the combination for the safe for a third time, and the locksmith urged me to write down hints for myself. The combination consists of my love for traveling, my love for literature, my love for my wife, my love for ancient civilizations. So, travel, lit. So, globe, book, wife, and the paperweight, basically, the ancient paperweight. So, globe, book, wife. 9, 3, 932, 9324. So 9, 3, 2. Kind of clever, actually. I should probably do that. Then again, can you imagine with all the criteria needed for passwords for certain websites trying to do that? Okay, well, so on this book, on page 5, there's this thing circled, and then on this, like, it would be so freaking long. It's like 8+ characters, right? Including symbols. Like, oh my god. Aha! Oh. Well, okay. Ooh. This is fun. Do I stand here? Yep, I guess I do. Time to get teleported. Thank you for playing the demo. We'd love to hear from you. See, I appreciate that too. They're like, here are our socials. You can join our Discord. You can email us. Let us know what your thoughts are. Like, I love that. The fact that devs want to hear the feedback is really cool. I always love seeing that. Though now I can't return to the menu. How do I? I can't click. I don't have a cursor. Main keys. So overall, the notes are well written that you come across. I appreciate them. I appreciate the fact that they sound like they're coming from people from academia, from an academic background, which is also very, very nice, because it should. It's going to be a little bit tougher for maybe some people to read or to catch on to what's going on and everything or what have you. But overall, though, like, it makes sense. Like, the writing fits the characters and the background of the characters, so you get a sense of them. So that's nice. They explain why there are notes, which, fair, can appreciate. Thank you for giving that bit of information. Because there are times, too, where you're like, why would a note be here? What the hell? Why are people writing about every little thing? Like, we understand from a game development perspective, voiceover can be expensive, but animation and the time you have to put into animating characters can be a lot more expensive and time-consuming, right? It's easier just to have like a free-floating camera as the player being the character, going through and discovering stuff. But I appreciate the fact the voiceover for Dyer is good. It's solid. I appreciate that quite a bit. I'm intrigued to hear what the other characters sound like if they plan on doing voiceover for those, which I'm assuming is just right now, all they have is Dyer. The puzzles are intriguing, but the only puzzles we really came across were ones that seemed to be just trial and error, which I would like a little more depth to it than just that, just kind of spamming stuff. Again, there is a logic to it, or a logical process to it, but it would be nice to change it up a bit. So we'll see how the full game is, or if they update the demo more, how that changes. And also, I like the environments. They're simple, but they're intriguing enough, right? You get this sense of this grand scale of this underground sort of temple or what have you. And the walls and how big everything is. And you get a sense of like some sort of culture here and their technology, which is nice. It establishes it well. We know this is going to be a walking sim. We know there are going to be puzzles. So if you're the type of person who is into like Amnesia and those types of games, this might be one of interest to you. And if you like Lovecraftian games especially, this one might be up your alley. You just kind of have to wait and see. Play the demo for yourself, see what you think. Follow it on Steam. That way you get notified of community updates, including stuff for the demo, if there are any more updates for the demo, and announcements on the release, and try it out for yourself. It was interesting. It's not like amazing, but like I'm impressed with what I'm seeing thus far, knowing that this is probably pretty early on in the development cycle because they don't even have a release date announced yet. So, I mean, props to them on what they have thus far and being willing to put a demo out there. I'm definitely watching it. It's on my watch list. I definitely want to keep up to date on it and just see what happens with it. So check it out for yourself. That was the Dyer Expedition. If you're looking for the link will be in chat as well as down below in the description of this video. So next up, we're going to be diving into the demo for Leak. This is something I've had on my demo list for several months now, and finally getting a chance to check it out. It looks creepy. It looks weird. So why not? I'm excited. Let's dive in, right? What we see here already is a weird corpse-like figure with a sheriff's badge, which is pretty interesting. We also see a horrifying image of what looks like almost like a wraith in a sense there. Leak is a psychological horror game, except when you return home, your family is missing, and there is a corpse of an unknown man hanging from a ceiling in your study. Explore the house and the area, solve riddles, and hide from monsters in order to save your family. Be careful, you are being watched. Sophia, Mike, where are you? I worked so hard in that damn lab. What is the outcome? These nightmares, it seems like they've been plaguing me for ages. It's time to dive into the past and find out where it all began. Rumor has it that the lake near my house hides something dark. Solving this mystery will help me find my family. Thank you, developers, for making it sound when you put text on screen, in order to move forward with the text, you have to press to continue. The number of times I have to speed read to try to get maybe a sentence in. Thank you. Ooh, all right. I would not eat those. Just saying. Oh. Amazon drone delivery? That looks cool. Dangerous, but cool. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, it was nice while it lasted. Yeah, the stone in the book was cool. I like that. That was neat. Oh, the apples are gone. Well, I guess no licking those things. All right. Book. Ooh. From your loving brother? Oh, nice. Legends of the Meganam Valley? The Cabin in the Woods. Oh, this is fantastic. Noose, tree, pentagram of sorts. Armless entity? Moist. Okay. Very, very moist. Super moist. What is this, watercolor? I mean, that's basically what it's become. Shaman. Bad shit shaman. That's all I got. Summer break. Oh, good. Grab a cold one. Play the guitar. Kumbaya. Okay. All right. Weird stuff's happening. I'm gonna go this way. You know, we came all the way out here, but I got places to be. I got a life to live. Don't try to go too far away from your home or you'll freeze. When you start to freeze, the screen will start to change. Oh, okay, well. Honestly, I appreciate that more than an invisible wall. So props to the developer for adding that in. That's a neat little thing to add. Cool little mechanic. This cabin has like a full-sized basketball court? What the hell? Damn! Makes sense for where you are, yeah. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's like half a size, but still, that's... damn. I guess we'll go this way. Oh, I love that, too. Look at the lights. Like, you can see that there's civilization. I'm guessing maybe beyond a valley or a lake or something here. That's really nice, because so often we see in these games where it's like an isolated home, and there's nobody, right? But it is kind of nice to see that, to know that there is life around here. Like, people do live out here, but you just happen to be way too damn far out. You know, and it's actually in a way kind of scary, because it's like, there's like a little bit of hope in the distance, like maybe like you can get to someone if you try hard enough, but you're still just so far away. Also, I'm looking... oh, yep, I did see that. Nope. How about no? Oh, that's... Oh, I thought I saw something here. I was like, wait a minute. Also, don't do it at a chandelier. Not that I'm trying to give advice on this, but I don't think hanging from a chandelier is probably the best bet, because... never mind. Anyway, weird details. Just... ironically, it doesn't seem to be, like, the brightest of ideas, you know? Like... yeah, right? That's exactly the thing you want to see in the middle of nowhere, while also hearing random squeaking noises. Interesting. So, there's a trail that goes off into the woods. We see footprints here. From the back of the house and out. There's writing on the shed here. We have a shed and like a garage there. I know I'm not doing what the dev wanted me to do, but I'm also quite intrigued. They have a random cabin in the woods with a basketball court, because why not? They have a shed, a massive garage, and then they have like a barn in the back that's completely fenced off. Huh? Also, the fuck? Bro, you looking at me? Oh! Wow. Okay, was not expecting that, even though it was moving. Lamp me daddy. Garage key, nice. A new page to the book is... I know the game is called Leak, but... that wasn't quite what I was going for. I didn't know that was a throw. Okay. If you have animals in this kind of place you want to fence around... oh, for sure. Absolutely. Keep away wolves and poachers and stuff. I will say the audioscape is really unnerving in a good way. Like, it's solid. All right, so we have keys to the garage, and we have the book still. Let's head over to the garage then. Don't leak on me, Daddy. You know, people should have told that to R. Kelly a lot sooner. Oh, now we can open it. Well then. Oh, great. Light source is on. Highlighting the stuff we need to interact with. Great. Good signs. Oop. Okay, I have come to be a baller, shot caller. Oh, what's this? A page for my book. Okay, so we're finding different pages for the... Oh, you dick. Honestly, who does that? Oh, you can actually play basketball? NBA Sim? EA Sports, it's in the game? Did that go through the backboard, or... I'm not sure where that went. I also can't really see, so... I'm gonna say that went through. I'm gonna go with that. Okay, tasks melt the ice. Well, we got that much. Oh, okay, so as we find pages, they reveal themselves. Interesting. Once village kids spotted a light in an abandoned house right opposite the lake. A family settled there. No one knew where they came from or why. Stop playing Ghost. Not right now, Casper. They hardly ever appeared in public. Sometimes a woman around the age of 25 came to the village to buy food. The husband did not leave the house. Strange silhouettes began to be seen in the forest. Various rumors began to circulate among the people. Okay, so the story is there's weird shit going on out here. Which we can tell because we got a body hanging off a chandelier in the living room. We've got random footprints on the side of the building going to the back. We have a basketball that wants to move around on its own. Ah, I can use a key. Suck it. Am I gonna eat this too and break it? Yep, I am. Nope, it's just doing its own thing. Oh, hell no. No. Okay. Well, that's rude. Okay. Canister of gasoline. And another page. Okay, that was a good scare. That was a good scare. Also, I appreciate the fact that whenever you pick up a page, it reveals itself. You don't have to like dig through and go, okay, where's that new page I picked up? The curious villagers could not ignore this, and soon they found that the strangers had children and that one of the sons was being killed by some deadly disease. Okay, that's just rude, by the way. That's just rude. Absolutely rude. Shut up, stupid bird. Dad, I made the code. I hid 2 numbers in each place. Oh, I swear to God, kid. So, the lake, the tree, where the flashlight is, and the electric pole? So you legit need 2, 4, 6, 8. Wow, 8-number code. Damn. Where the hell are they selling 8-number coded combination locks at? Holy shit. Okay, the green is a pumpkin. Fuck those things. A couple goodies there. It looks like matches, maybe. Another lamp to throw, because why not? Amazon? Oh, God. You know, fair. What, someone got here and just started pacing? Find and set the ladder. Oh, okay, that is a ladder then. The ladder's under the snow and you have to melt the snow. Never mind. Nope, we're not going that way. Nope, yeah, get caught on that tree, son. Oh shit, you're big. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah, dissipate, bitch. Hey, Shibby, how you doing? Thank you for the jump scare. Okay, not gonna lie, that thing looked cool. That thing looked actually pretty cool. I don't know what it was, but I appreciate it. Big, like, monkey man spider. Oh, that's different. That's also on the book. Oh, hey, look, the flashlight. The found parts of the code will be stored in the book. Ah, okay, so we use the flashlight to discover the code. That's for the little garage or whatever there in the back. Reminded me of the creepypasta about the pocket. Oh, there you go. Okay, a natural... You know, that's solid. That's a natural jump scare. I appreciate that. The snow actually falling. I don't think I've seen a jump scare like that. It makes sense, and it happens all the time. So, you know what? That was solid. I give him respect on that. Something the days passed. The village began to live its boring life again until one day a sick boy was seen completely healthy on the lake. It was an inexplicable healing. So maybe something with the lake. I wonder if maybe the lake like absorbed the disease that the kid had, but then it like made the surrounding area diseased. Could be interesting. Oh, God. Oh, the water's frozen. I was like, wait a minute. How am I standing right now? And that's our path? Like the fireflies or whatever? And if we go off, we just fall? Which, hey, that's pretty clever. Added part of the code to the book. That's not weird at all. Get away. No. No. Stop it. Bad. God, that thing moves so much like a spider. They did a pretty good job with the animation on that. Spoodwalker. Instead of Skinwalker, I like it. I like that. Swan? Note with knife. That's friendly. Can I has the knife? No. Well, shit. The riddle about the swan. Its shape is the number you are looking for. The second part is its chicks. Just walked around it 3 times. It will reveal the secret of its family. So the swan is like a 2. And then walk around it 3 times? No kniffle for you. I know, right? Never get all the fun, sharp objects. 1, 2. Will this actually do anything? 3. Hey, there we go. That was weird. Oh, now the door opened. That's not ominous. So 2 and 5? 5. So we have 81 and then 2 and 5, so 25. 81, 25. Then from there, the other clue is... where is it? It's over by a tree somewhere. I've got a weapon. You know, I have a feeling that this entity that's chasing a... I was just gonna say, I think you can throw it at the entity, but then I just saw something at the door. Okay, nicely done, Dev. That is such a great moment where it's empty, then suddenly... whatever the hell that is. Okay. Mudman. Yeah, all right. Well, that was a warm welcome. Very cool moment. That was a very cool moment. Looks like the Mudman zombie from Return of the Living Dead. That's fair. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Okay, the fact that it leaves a trail of footprints is awesome. That's really neat. I like that. So we definitely know there's some weird shit going on here. Looks like I urinated on it. Kinky rubber man. I will say that there are one too many jump scares already, it feels like, in the game. Like, in this demo, there's just a lot of jump scares kind of back to back to back, which over time you can get desensitized to pretty quickly. Because you're just expecting that something's going to happen like that. Like, by themselves, the jump scares are actually pretty solid, just as a jump scare. But when you start having them back to back to back to back, it does become a little much. And it's like, well, I want the environment to creep me out too. And in the beginning, this game had me doing that. Like, all the different noises, the bird noises, the creaking and stuff like that. Something kind of moving, like the basketball was cool. The moment with the door was actually really nice. Even though it's kind of jump scare-ish, at least they set it up from far away so you walk into it, right? And you know something's going to happen. Like, those moments are cool. But, yeah, it's just like when you're all of a sudden you're walking, just something just randomly appears and you're like, I'm not sure what the main point of that was for the story, but okay, that happened, right? Okay, we're setting up the ladder. Damn it. So, open barn, open window. Yeah, a tree and a forest, you know? No big deal. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Nope. Stop it. Go away. Now that I do appreciate, where you're just not sure what's going to happen, right? And suddenly you hear that music and you're like, oh shit, where is it coming from? Those moments are great. Oh, flashlight, 3. The flashlight is also giving us a number, which is 3. 81253. And there's a 7 on the flashlight, so it must be 37. So 8123 or 2537. And so we need to find this tree. I wonder if we can go down here now, or if we keep spawning in the entity. Oh yeah, look at that tree. Holy shit. That thing is massive. Holy shit. What the hell? Uh-oh. Flashlight is not working. That is very interesting, for sure. That is a very interesting design. Hi. I think you should run and get the other pants. Fair. Okay. Back to the book. The leaky book. But people were not happy for long. More and more villagers started talking about the terrible silhouettes that captured the forest, which we are now seeing, and this entity. The last straw was the kidnapping of a village boy. The children saw how a terrible creature was dragging him into the forest. Oh, that's never a good sign. Nope. Never good. Oh, God. Hello, text. Okay. Let's not step in the fire here. Life originated on 4 planets. Each of them had 6 continents. The story starts from the greenest and richest place. It remained visible only on one of the planets, but the continent is located in the same part for every planet. I'm sorry, what did I just read? Time passed, life developed, but nothing lasts forever. The disaster that destroyed a lot occurred. Only a few managed to save at least something. Help restore links between continents. Second, you will be rewarded. I'm trying to understand this. But, okay. But here is what you should remember. 1. The first link always leads to the right. But if it is laid, you will have to lay another from the very beginning. 2. Strive for the nearest one only in a straight line. You cannot go diagonally. The numbers will indicate the number of new paths. You cannot lay 2 paths in the same direction. Time passed, life developed, nothing lasts forever. There was a disaster. Help restore links between continents. Oh, 6 continents here. Okay, so 6 continents here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to link them back together. The first link always leads to the right. So, okay. So when we start linking things, the first link always leads to the right. But if it's already laid, like on 4, where the first link is already created, strive for the nearest one only in a straight line. You cannot go diagonally. So the next one after a link has been created can only go straight. It can't go diagonal. One of the 5s has a green dot. Oh, yeah. Okay. So out of the 6 continents, the green ones, that's telling you where to start for that. Because there are no links on this one. Okay. So for this one, this is where you would start. If a link is already created prior to you, then you have to have a straight line. No diagonal. Then, and if it's the first one, you always have to go from leads to the right, so from left to right. The numbers will indicate the number of new paths. The numbers will indicate the number of new paths. So 4, 5, 5, 4. So 4 paths, 5 paths, 5 paths, 4 paths? Is that what they mean? You cannot lay 2 paths in the same direction. So it has to go left to right. Oh, okay, there we go. So that's one of our numbers then, I'm guessing. So 2. Okay, I can appreciate this puzzle. It was just like trying to decipher this. It's in English, but like how it's being described is not, at least for me, the easiest to try to understand. It's like, all right, let's sit here for a second. Hold on, what are they trying to say? So it has to be straight. You can't go diagonal. So you have to go down to here, to here, to here, to here. So 5. So 2 and 5. Okay. Link was already created. Oh. Okay, so you can't go in the same direction that has already been created. Oh, okay. So for instance, we don't have to go left to right. That's not a requirement for this one because 2 links have already been created. But we also can't go from this point to this point. Oh, wait. So this to this, to this, to this, to this, to this. 8. Four is a good guess, though, for sure, because I was wondering about that myself. But I was like, but I feel like we have to incorporate all of those dots, all the continents, right, to link them all together. I tried doing this to create a 6. Oh, now it works. Okay. Didn't I do that before? I thought I did that before. Thank you for saving our worlds. Get your reward on the big and small planets. I'm sorry, what? On the big and small planets? What am I doing? Oh, so maybe the biggest and smallest number? Yeah. So at that point, like how body just fell, and I'm just like, yeah, so anyway. So that would be the biggest and smallest. That would be 8 and 2. So that'd be 82. So 81, 25, 82, 37. Potentially. Oh, the body disappeared. Hate when that happens. Hate when a body just falls and then just evaporates. Oh, I guess they did write it smaller. Okay, so on that... See, that's weird. They drew them from large to small, but yet when we actually see them in front of us, they're all the same. So largest smallest would be 65. So 81, 65, 25, 37. There we go. It's like, I know we have the numbers. Wait a minute. Rubber ducky, you're the one. Quack, quack. That makes shitting myself so much fun. Ducky time. Ducky time. Reminder, move things to the garage. Tear down the old barn. Oh, how could you? Don't do that. Don't you jump at me, you dick. I know you want to. Oh, a scythe. Great. What are we harvesting? Absolutely nothing. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for closing the door. Protect my backside. That was very nice of you. Sickle to harvest your screams. Fair. What shall you reveal? Local people became angry and started blaming outsiders for everything. In the hope of forgiveness, the boy's father confessed to doing a witchcraft ritual to heal his son. However, the villagers were unforgiving and hung him in front of the family on the gallows tree where they hanged all the witches and sorcerers. Ah, okay, so potentially we're seeing this person as one of the entities following us around? Saw blade. Great. What are we sawing? Stop it. Slice, slice. It doesn't rhyme.
Ew.
Dick. I think he said no. He's like, no. How about no? Don't know why we could, but sure, let's go with it. Also concerning, I'm making sure I have some really strong ass windows whenever I get a home, because shit was way too easy. To see additional content, collect all the pages from the book. You have collected 6 of 7 pages. Okay, so we're missing one. To see additional content, collect all the pages from the book. You have 6. That's nice that they tell you that so you don't miss out, especially within the demo. Climb through the window? No, let's... Okay, hold on. We're looking for a page. Okay. Ah, there we go. There's the other one. Oh, and an ashtray. Why can we pick up the ashtray? Smoking kills. Good thing it's on the bottom. Maybe you should make it a little bit bigger for the people in the back. Oh, Jesus Christ. Also, good sound effect. John, is that you? It's throwing out names now. The wife and sons were crying day and night as they sat under the tree. Their suffering was so strong that the tears shone and ascended to the sky. Nobody knows what happened to them afterwards, but every year at this time a beautiful starfall reigned over the gallows tree. So I'm guessing tears, leak, all that's connected? Oh. Everything's fine. Everything's not fine. I didn't get it to go into the house. Come on now. Oh, well, never mind. What's on fire? Oh, is this a flashback? I was saying, yeah, this house looks a lot different. So it's like maybe raining because of the tears of the family. Okay, yeah, so this was the path. That's where the dock is. Okay. I like the music. If you go to the left, you will lose your family. If you go to the right, you will lose your life. I'm sorry, what? The sign was not lying. The sign was dead ass. Duly noted. I was trying to do the right thing and save my family. Damn it. I guess that was not the choice. Well, if this game teaches you anything, fuck your family. When in a life and death scenario, fuck them. Oh. Okay, that's cool looking. Oh yeah, the Starfall. And so interesting. So the man that was hung, did he like end up coming back to life or something? The house burned, and in order to live and to come fully back, he sacrificed his family who were mourning his death in the first place. Interesting. But that's just a game theory. Let's go up here. Did it. Okay, that's just rude. You need to stop your shit. Stop your shit. Thank you for playing the game Leak Prologue. The main story and other additional content will be available in 2024 when the full version of the game is released. So basically, even though there's no date of release set on Steam, the plan is 2024 ideally. Now, I've had this demo since last year, so hard to say. Things can get pushed, things can change quite drastically within the development process, but very intriguing though. I like the story that I'm picking up. I like the fact that it's not directly holding your hand and explaining everything in long dialogues. I do appreciate that. I like the graphics overall are pretty solid. And I will say I like the kind of like jumping in time is really cool. The jump scares are a little much. Like there's a tad too many of them, I would definitely say. But it is intriguing. Like, the story that is there is actually quite intriguing. The puzzles are not the most difficult, but they're interesting enough. You know, they have a certain system to them or mechanic to them that makes them interesting enough, right? So I like it. I would be really intrigued to see what a full game, of course, would look like. So I do have this on my wish list, and if you want to add it to your wish list, you can on Steam. You can also check out the demo for yourself on Steam. So with that, go ahead and check out the link that's in chat as well as in the description of this video if you too would also like to take a leak. Now, the release date is coming soon. It's by BitPixel Studios. It's a single-player psychological horror game. Paranormal activity is on the rise, and it's up to you to get rid of it and get the hell out of the house. So this is interesting. I don't know if this is going to be like multiple houses over time, or if it's just a very specific house that maybe you live in or know someone who lives in it. Let's see here. There are now 2 possibilities for a narrative, maybe more than one ending. You were driving around and you got lost without signal and no way of getting out of the place where you stopped. The only solution is to keep going on foot until you find a place to get away from the rain and thunderstorm. The thing you didn't know is that the house you get into may not allow you to get out. You start by finding a way into the house, but at the end your main goal is to find your way out. So basically you're like, crap, it's raining, I don't know where I'm at, let me break into this house. That sounds like a great idea, only to find out now you can't get out. All right. There are 2 types of people in this world, people who hate clowns and clowns. This video game may contain content not appropriate for all ages. May also potentially trigger seizures. No Way Out does not save the game. Once you start, you can't leave. Okay, interesting. Well, lighting wise, it's quite nice. I like the textures too. Looks good. Ding dong. Like that door just randomly opens. Okay. Interesting hallway too. Like there's a door to the door. I mean, it's like kind of like a mudroom, but I've never seen one with like stairs. Interesting.
To most people who knew him, John Wayne Gacy was an upstanding member of the community known for performing as a clown to entertain sick children and raise money for charity. But the clown makeup was just a front, hiding the true face of a depraved and remorseless killer.
So we're getting PT vibes. I've also actually seen this apartment or house or whatever in a couple of different games, including from Emeka. So it's actually really interesting to see this layout again. Okay, then. Key added to inventory. That is actually a legit picture of John Wayne Gacy as well. Yeah, that is John Gacy. That is weird. Ugh. Seeing an actual photo is like, ugh. How many TVs does someone need, though? Like, look at this. I've heard of stereo, but stereo TVs.
Community known for performing as a clown to entertain sick children and raise money for charity. But the clown makeup was just a front, hiding the true face of a depraved and remorseless killer.
Okay. Now, we did pick up a key, right? Yeah, key. Okay. We just have keys, but we can't use them for anything, I guess? I'm not... Oh, okay, there we go. That was weird. That's a weird way of doing it. Okay.
One of America's most
Very PT.
She was a rapist and torturer convicted of killing 33 teenage boys and young men between January 1972 and late 1978. The real-life killer clown, whose story is far more chilling than any horror film, would lure his young victims to his home in Norwood Park, Illinois. Once he had them there, the killer would trick them into putting on handcuffs, leaving them defenseless against the predator's torture and sexual attacks.
Interesting. Photo's gone now. Now that TV's on instead of that one. Jesus. Alrighty then. Oh, we can actually lean. Oh, that's interesting. Did we knock? Did someone knock? Who the hell knocked? Standby, huh? Oh, there's the photo there. Oh, God. Oh, well, another photo. Ugh. I don't see anything on the top here.
January 1972 and late 1978. The real-life killer clown, whose story is far more chilling than any horror film, would lure his young victims to his home in Norwood Park, Illinois. Once he had them there, the killer would trick them
The
into
voiceover
putting on
delivery for
handcuffs,
this is weird.
leaving them defenseless against
Yeah, like
predators'
weird
torture
delivery.
and sexual attacks.
I'm assuming that's someone that they just had record. Interesting that we had to move the photo. Okay. That was the thing that was different, though. So fair enough. Oh, and look at all the blood. All right, then.
Dubbed the killer clown, Gacy's 6-year reign of terror was marked by unimaginable cruelty and relentless abuse. All his victims were strangled or choked, or his first, who he stabbed, before their bodies were bundled into his home's crawl space, buried on his property, or dumped in the local Des Plaines River. But the whole time, Gacy was living a double life, presenting himself as an upstanding member of the local community and doing charity work in character as Pogo the Clown.
So we got blood all over the wall now. All right, and then, yeah, the radio recording. We don't have access to anything else. Oh, no, now we can go back in the bathroom again. Look at, oh, God. Me. Well, so when we first looked in the bathroom, we couldn't, like, we couldn't see our reflection. Like, there was a reflection, but we weren't in it. Now we can't see anything in the mirror. So are we supposed to be like John Wayne Gacy? Like, in the mind of? Ugh. Like, you want to think about that? Okay. Nothing like a little blood and a bursting bulb to make you pee yourself. Fantastic. All right, we've leveled up. We can now progress. Oh, now we're coming from the other direction. Oh, that was trippy. And that is through the window there into the hallway. Some sort of humanoid creature with glowing eyes. Creepy, but nice touch. I dig it. You know what? I appreciate that. No camera to equip. Oh, you can evidently use a camera in this game. Hi. Oh, the clown. This is a clown. Gotcha. I thought they were dreadlocks. Nope. It's a jester. Okay, so now they've flipped it. How we traveled to the apartment, I guess. Oh, nope. Okay. Wow. Definite PT vibes.
Born on March 17, 1942 in Chicago, Illinois, Gacy suffered severe childhood abuse at the hands of his alcoholic father. The killer went on to find success as a businessman, managing 3 KFC restaurants before starting his own construction firm. Gacy's first marriage, to Marlene Myers, saw him father a son and a daughter, but she divorced him after he was convicted of sexually abusing a 16-year-old in 1968.
Nope.
It was after Gacy's release on parole in 1970 when he started his own business and threw himself into his community, marrying divorcee Carol Hoff in 1972. In his free time, Gacy would don his clown costume and pretend he was Pogo, a chirpy clown who helped the murder regress into childhood.
Oh, boy. Okay, so what else do we have to interact with here? We've got a red light now. The hallway instead of a living room. Do we see anything different here? Oh, the Watch Me video is now flipped upside down. The clown's gone at the window. Oh, never mind. Hi. Excuse you. Hi. You mind not being there? That would be appreciated. How about now? How about now? How about now? How about now? All right. Guess he's done playing around with the door. I was having fun. I could have kept going. I just want my character to fall. Just trip and fall down the stairs. The door does fart in this game. It is true. Uh-huh. Really? That's interesting. You don't say. Okay, then. Oh, is that his... That's his headshot. Or his headshot, like his mugshot, you son of a bitch. John Wayne Gacy. Yeah, it seems to be that we're cycling through this home or apartment, and it's very PT-esque. We go through it, but it extends itself. It changes it up a bit. We hear the sort of biography of John Wayne Gacy, and while we go through these different points, we see the, like, jester entity, because John Wayne Gacy used to, of course, dress up like a clown and so on and so forth. So we're seeing this clown entity now. And suppose the thing is that we found ourselves, like, stuck, and we were trying to find help so that way we could figure out where we're going, what we're doing, and whatever else. And then when we ring the doorbell, the door just opens and we walk in like an idiot. So there's that. Yeah, they def stole PT with the never-ending room thing. Yeah, it's like very spot on with that. And a lot of games do that, and some of them can do it well. Others do it in a way where it's just like, okay, yeah, like it's pretty well set up. We know what's going to happen, at least to an extent. It's like, does it continue to be scary? Does it? It can, but...
But nobody had any idea that the sick man beneath the clown mask was a sadistic killer responsible for a spate of disappearances in the area. Gacy deceives many of his victims by telling them he needed their help with scientific research, for which he would pay them up to $50 each. After luring the boys to his house, through lies or at gunpoint, Gacy would then ply them with alcohol and trick them into putting on handcuffs, occasionally as part of his clown routine.
Yeah, so far it does seem to be working with this game because, again, you're unraveling a mystery, so it makes sense. Like, as the mystery progresses and things are changing and you are getting value because you're learning a little bit more, and things open and unlock and then, you know, lock up again in the next round. So there is value to that. And I've played some games that really pull it off. It's just, there are some that just don't. You know, it's just like, yep, okay, never-ending hallway, gotcha, we're going through... blah blah blah. Not a lot of stuff that's full on surprising, right? So some people can pull it off. This so far seems to. It's creepy and eerie to a point too, because they're using something in our history rather than just something that they made up. Not to say that something made up couldn't be just as scary, but for the player, they can connect with it a lot easier and a lot quicker. So you can get them right into the game that much faster, you know? C, and then there's a photo right there. Ah, okay, so that's of one of his wives, I'm guessing. Nothing on the back of it. God, what an absolute piece of trash. There. C, okay. Can we... No. Okay. Can we interact with the closet door? No. Oh, there's the camera, though. Photo of something. Camera added to equipment. And if we hit C, we can take... Actually, that looks really good. That looks solid. So if we take a picture of the jester entity, maybe? You know, honestly, this is pretty interesting because this is a playable teaser, but so far, at least from what we're getting, this could be a standalone, I feel like, on its own. Like, you don't need it to be too long either. Oh, yeah, the camera shake. The camera photo shake, I should say. Add it to inventory. Okay, that's just a C. Okay. Anything else we can interact with? Maybe take a picture of the picture? Oh, yeah. There we go. So this is a hint, I guess, to look at a part of a wall where the floor meets the wall. No, I don't like this. Wait, what the hell? Bug or feature? I'm gonna say not a feature. Okay, so we moved that, music started. Also, I like the fact that they do have the captions burned into the game for the radio bits, which is a very nice touch.
The final murder was only caught out in December 1978 after a pharmacy owner heard him offering a 15-year-old employee Robert Jerome Piesta a lucrative job working with him. After 14 years on death row, Casey was killed by lethal injection, 1994.
I definitely wouldn't mind a little bit more audio balancing. You and me, clown.
Not all of his victims have been identified, with 6 of his victims still living, decades after they were killed.
Get flashed on, son. Yeah, what did you say? I mean, the music's good, though I think it started a little too early. I feel like the music should have started as soon as we went through the door into this hallway and into this whole setup. I think that would have been better. But yeah, God, that was loud. Hi, bud. The disappearance of 15-year-old Robert Jerome Piest eventually led police to Gacy. The monster's victims have still not all been identified, decades after being murdered and discarded. Thank you for playing. Interesting. I was not expecting the John Wayne Gacy thing. I really wasn't, but it's an interesting twist. And it's like, then you have to wonder, original concept PT game. There you go. At this point, then you have to wonder, like, well, is this the ghost of Gacy? Is this like his old home or something? Like, what is the connection? And that's what I want to know. Like, how is it that we just walk up to this apartment and or whatever, home, apartment, it looks like an apartment, but maybe it's a home, and suddenly we're getting this whole story of Gacy. Like, what is the connection? That's what I'm really intrigued on, and hopefully we'll discover that in the full game. But that that right there is No Way Out. If you like it, you can check out the demo for yourself, and then also make sure to wishlist it to keep track of all the community updates and know when the release date will be. Insert loud music here. But check it out for yourself on Steam, and I will see you in the next video. So as we dive into game demos, this one also grabbed my attention, and I just had to check it out now. Now, currently, this game does not have a release date. It is to be announced. It is by Declazon, I think. Declazon, however you say it, Declazon, I guess. But this is Rootman, realistic first-person body cam horror. On October 26, 2005, a policeman from the 46th Department disappeared in the forest. The found footage from his body camera showed how evil it is in the forest. Try the demo and add to wishlist. Now, I will say, there are a couple things that I think always typically can work pretty well, as long as you have the right story behind it and, the right visuals and audio cues and stuff, and that is found footage in a fucking forest. Like, those two things can work so well. We've learned this. I mean, just look at Blair Witch and how big that was, right? I mean, that started a whole deluge of films that were based on found footage. So this could be quite interesting, honestly. It could be quite scary, some really interesting jump scares and stuff like that. But I think the interesting thing about found footage, when it's done well, is the fact that you can connect to it, right? Like, we all, innately almost want to find some sort of mystery that we can solve or come across something so unique and get pulled into it. And so these can do that if done well. So we'll have to see if the Rootman can live up to that. So let's go ahead and jump into The Rootman by Declazon.
Roger's on your screen.
Cool. All right. I like the radio chatter. The lighting looks nice.
See the parking attendant. Suspect vehicle is a white van, unknown license. Suspect are 2 male Hispanic.
The audio on the car sounds really good.
Very clean.
If they break up, she'll take half the game. Like the ending. You play half the game and you're just like, what the fuck?
Is that related to your call, or do you want a different patrol unit?
Oh, interesting. Okay, so the couple made a demo for another game about alien abduction called They Are Here. So it'll be interesting to see if they actually ever release a full game. Not to make that sound negative, but just like I wonder if they will get to that point. That'll be really interesting. I mean, the movement feels really good. The lighting looks very good. Audio sounds really nice.
Police, open up.
Oh. Blood on the chair. I mean, for 48 hours, this looks and sounds pretty damn solid.
Oh, fuck.
Key. Not on the casserole. God damn it. Blood in the casserole. That's going to be their next game. Blood on the casserole. As we get closer to that root symbol, that noise from the main menu comes in and becomes louder. That's a neat little touch. I like that. Oh, we can lean with it and rock with it. Okay. Maybe we shouldn't leave this door open. Yesterday in the forest, I found a strange idol made of roots. Why did I bring it home? Now he wants it back. If you're reading this, do not take it in your hands. Okay. Don't put it in your hands, duly noted. So I'm going to touch it. You know this cop is white. Said not to touch it. I'm going to touch it. I'm put it down my pants, run around, do a little dance. Looks like it's the owner's phone. Really? I would hope. Not the Rootman's, I can tell you that much. Faith, love, and hope. Alright, can I lick it? I'm gonna lick it. Looks scary and creepy. What's that doing here? Well, now you're dead, so what does it matter? Hello? Not gonna lie, that phone sounded like it was coming out of my crotch.
What the heck is going on?
Oh, hi. Now, I do appreciate the fact that because this is a body cam footage setup, that they made the microphone sound like shit. Basically, you know what I mean? Like from a distance and stuff, and like it's a very tiny microphone. That is a good touch. It's the tree people. I'm gonna eat the casserole. I swear to Christ. Anyone have an axe? Oh, you are tweaking, son. This is just a demo prototype. Okay. I was not expecting it to be that short, but considering the fact it was made in 48 hours as part of a global game jam, that told a complete story. Like, that shows right there that you can create a very interesting experience on a very short time scale, on a very small budget, and it doesn't have to be that long of a game. Now, don't charge $60 for this, you know, for something like this long. But, like, for instance, though, you can put quality into something and it'd be like, wow, that was cool, actually. Like, I got a full story out of that. No, we know that we're a cop. We're setting that up. We drive up. We don't know quite why we are there, but for some reason or another, walk up, we knock on the door is open, we see blood, okay, something's not right, people are missing, suddenly we find this weird symbol, we find this note that something is wrong with that symbol, and then we touch it, roots form up everywhere, the creature's there, and then boom, last minute, we're done. Now, how do we find this footage is another story and everything else, but that was pretty interesting. So, that was cool. I would say if you'd like to see this more fleshed out, wishlist it. Do as the devs command. I liked the experience overall. Short and sweet, was intriguing enough. I would be down for, seeing a full-length game of this. Whatever full length may be. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours. I mean, again, depending on... There's only so much you can do with found footage, though, mind you. You don't want it to be too long. But in general, could be pretty interesting. I liked the entity. I thought that was kind of neat. It's something that I'm not familiar with. I don't know if it's based off any sort of cultural lore or anything of some country or another, but it was neat. It was different. I can appreciate that. So I would say check it on out. If you like it for yourself, you can also play this demo, wishlist it, email the devs and say, hey, I want the game. Give me the man of roots. You got me rooted in. Now I need to play it. There you go. Check it out for yourself. Rootman on Steam.